Hey y'all, it's me, Connor McCabe, and we're for episode 3 of The Joy of Drawing. Let's get started. I want to remind you that I use personally mechanical pencil with graphite. I'm also using vellum paper. It's a nice clear plasticky paper. Sorry. I want to do like a portal thing again. I think that was really nice last time. So start opening and closing some portals and building some cities. Start with this corner this time. A nice little roundabout. Nice and smooth. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just got to try. Let's make another one like that. Just use your pencil and create a rhythm. Talking to each other again. And then something like this. Start to peel away at the page, you know? Hope you guys have a pencil and paper ready with you. And just hope you're going for it, you know? It's not going to be maybe what you imagined at first, but if you keep trying, you can do it. Let's do another little portal here. All right. Let's give it something to talk to, like an overlapping structure. We want to think like what's in front, what's in the back. Made this little mark here that I don't want. When you're using pencil, it's very forgiving. Just use your eraser. Portal goes over here for this nice little web. Then this guy folds into that. Weaving everything back into itself, you know? That's what this structure should do. Don't be afraid to erase. Vellum paper specifically is really nice to use the eraser on. Just keep curving it. Something like that. Okay. Then we can start to think about some geography weaving through it. It's nice to think about like a floating city going through different portals. And maybe this space here is like a different portal, and then these are portals moving throughout. So in the future, hopefully we'll be able to move through time and space. I saw something this week about time being elastic, which I thought was really interesting. So it's really all about your perception and what it means to you. So I'm starting to bring in that geography, like a nice little rugged map. Start to erase a little bit from that so we can build it up. Alrighty. Stacking them. Hope you guys have a drink with you too. Made a nice little tequila on ice. Delicious. Alrighty. You know, just get into the rhythm. Have the different things speaking to each other. Like this. Now we're going to want to start. I like to start out with the shorter buildings. I imagine the shorter buildings are near the water, and then the taller buildings are behind that so that everybody gets a view of the water in my ideal world. When you're designing a building, you really want to think about the views that you're creating. So something like that can be nice. It's like a nice little boomerang. That's talking to that one. Just creating your own little language. I only speak English, but when I'm drawing, I think of this is another language for me that I've created. Connor's drawing. Cross bracing in there. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe that's a cool little headquarters or something. I don't know. Just keep going. It's fun to just bounce around too and work on the different systems and then how they all talk to each other. So we want to live in a world where we're being intentful. Everything speaks to each other and everything has a relationship to each other. So doing something that's beautiful will be nice. And we're all friends here. All right. This keeps coming around. This guy swoops behind and above. All right, so we get this nice dialogue going on. And that moves our eye around the page too, which is really important. Don't forget to use your eraser a little bit. Think about what inspires you as you're drawing. Another one. I hope in the future when we're building super tall buildings that they'll be at the core of the city and then the smaller scale buildings will be at the edges. And that way we'll all have a nice view of the water. Because I think the water is like a really peaceful, calming thing. One of the most important geological features. We can start to add in some UFOs again. So move around. And some clouds too. You can even add a moon here. Oops. Okay. Like that. And then we can put some more geography in here. I'd like to just put in the front of the geography because you're thinking of the buildings in front of that and the geography is behind it. Hope you guys are coming up with some good stuff at home. Please send me. I can give you some feedback. If you want some honest feedback, I can dish it out. If that's what you're looking for. I just want to know that you guys are thinking about some interesting things. Cantilever. If anyone has a request for something to add into the drawing as well, I'd love to do that. Let's go. Some more spherical things. Some vibing. Music will really help you to get into a rhythm and get into a mood, so something you really want to utilize when you're drawing. You can kind of think of these things moving in and out of the portals. One kind of looks like a macaroni. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You really want to utilize the whole the page as well. So think about how these are talking to each other. Maybe there's another slice of the portal right there. This guy you want to finish off. Really been enjoying adding like momentous moments in there, whether they're like a statue or something. That's maybe the next thing we could think about. I'm gonna put in there another alien. Getting really excited about alien life. I don't think Earth has been developed enough to have aliens want to reach out to us. Doesn't make sense why they would want us to be here. We've been pretty destructive, so, you know, we gotta do better, and maybe some aliens will reach out. Hit us up. She's got some cute lips. I want to give a special shout out tonight to Thea Bender, who was one of my roommates, got me through a lot of tough times. Also to my mom, my niece, Cece, who's inspired me to do what I want with my life. So it's important to surround yourself with people who keep you creative and inspire your best. My friend Veronica's on her way, and she's someone who's really inspired me. You know, don't keep your art to yourself. Talk about your art, work with other people who have similar interests, and learn from other people. And that's how you really start to develop yourself and become a part of a network that you'll be interested in. It's my advice as an artist. So here she is. This spherical thing here. I'm excited to see what materials in the future will produce through architecture. Like I said before, there's like starting to use recycled plastics, more ecologically friendly materials. So something like that. And you can see how I've started to divide the page up so it feels like you're like moving through in and around it. It's really what you want to do. Just build up. Another spherical thing here. Alrighty. And I like to start to think about like a floating geography. Like it'd be cool if there was just like floating islands moving through portals. Like this. So then we can start to get the in front, behind type stuff. Like this. This guy's kind of moving away from these guys while this is getting tucked back behind. You know, you can even have this bleed into that. Have this. You want to finish this guy off. Have that come around. We know that guy's going to go up, like something like that. So that we can have a curve like this. Something like that. So how are these things weaving within each other and talking to one another is what you want to think about. You're trying to just create space in the page. Don't get caught up in your mistakes. Just keep moving forward. You can always go back. This is like a 19-inch by 24-inch page, so there's a lot of room here. Do your thing. Alrighty. Maybe something with a circular top or something rounder. Art should be fun. If you're doing this and you're being serious about it, like, you should chill the fuck out, you know? It's about having a good time, and through your art, you also want to create joy for other people and create a feeling that only you know, you know? This comes from my mind, and no one else can really repeat what I think about. So every artist has their unique space that they're carving out, and it's really interesting to see that. This guy comes up here, just carving out more and more spaces. Beautiful. Really starting to garner a vibe here. Just want to keep working at the curves so they feel like they naturally flow together. That's something you kind of just learn over time as you build more and more. I'm going to name tonight's city off of the owner of the gallery, Brian Hoffman. I'm at Hoffmantown. For my sexy poppy. Thank God for him creating this space. He really believes in art and culture. So it's really created something cool here, and it's really exciting to be here with Lino Kino, videotaping my work for the first time. It's really an exciting new start. I try to say yes to every art opportunity that I can, and I would recommend you do the same. If you can, why not? You ain't gonna hurt nobody. Just do it. So we can see here, this island here is starting to float back into here and then float back into this portal. Create some drama. I think it'd be cool too if we have like one of these portals, like huge planet. Round and round it goes. That's where Jupiter is in relationship to my city. This girl here. Also like a portal right here. Just keep going. Some stuff over here. Find that rhythm. Keep building it up. And keep carving away too. Starting to look really dynamic, and I love that. This guy comes back here. It's like some nice Swiss cheese. You like architecture that looks like it's dancing, you know? I think about like Frank Gehry's building in Manhattan, the really tall one. Has this like liquid vibe almost. Things that appear to be almost real, or how do I say it? Organic, I guess is the best word for it. Another one. Start layering in some more UFO systems. Around here. This here, you can create a nice little like internal portal. Divides the space. Like so. Just keep carving away. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just have fun. These two guys are gonna talk to each other now. It's nice to have things going like opposite directions. Create the dynamicism I was talking about. Alrighty. Maybe you want to take a step back from your drawing for a second and just stare. Take a little sip of your drinky. They have the good ice here, crunchy kind. So if you don't got the good ice, you might want to get it. More spherical thing right here. Cross bracing. Really starting to get pretty crazy. Put like a Mickey Mouse here. We love Mickey. Go Minnie. Okay. We build up around our sweet little mini girl. A little bow. Girl squad. Just relax while you're drawing. That's when you'll make your best work. Come up with your best ideas. You're not tweaking out. You know, you shouldn't feel too pressed about anything. Because at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? No, I don't. This one kind of reminds me of Gumby right here. Hi, I'm Gumby. I love claymation videos, super inspiring for me. How they make them piece by piece, you know? Maybe you can think about that while you're piecing together all the different languages for your design. Just go slow and steady wins the race. you're not having fun, there's no point. Start to fill in here too. So all the spaces in between the webs start to talk to each other. That's what we really want to have. It's a dialogue. It moves your eye around the entire time. Let it rip. See? Sometimes things are behind, sometimes things are in front. Start to create that perspective. It's up to you, the perspective that you create. Just keep building it up. Twin building right here. Maybe there's a little park in the middle of these two. Add some greenery. Become really interested in landscape architecture, the negative space of the buildings we create. How can we think about public space to make it more fun and playful? It's really exciting. It's definitely starting to get like a nice layered effect here. Maybe there's a little guy that jumps out here. Okay. Create a nice little penis here. Some balls. Looks like a mushroom. A lot of architecture is seeming pretty phallic, so seems to be a trend that's going on nowadays. Personally like penis, but some people are not as into it, so whatever you like, it's the kind of world you want. Big old penis in your skyline. There's actually two penises. So it's getting pretty exciting downtown. This is the neighborhood. We got woodies, we got schmutties, whatchamacallits. Sure, there's a lot of people who would love to go there. Keep building up. La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la. She has some boobs. She's actually going to come out front now, I decided. Her big boobies. Use your eraser. She's actually part mermaid too. I think hands and arms are pretty difficult to draw, so I can be avoidant of that at times, I will admit. But just give it a shot. Put some shells here. And since we're kind of thinking this to be like underwater, we can start to put some jellyfish. I'm trying to be like a jellyfish lately and just go with the flow. See where life takes me. Jellyfish UFO. Can be exciting. Jellyfish scare the shit out of me, but I think they're cool. Some more jellies floating around. Baby jellyfish clinging onto the clouds, gonna eat it. Okay. It's fun to just give it a nice little stroke, have it be fluid. That. Got some invaders. I'd be pretty scared. Fun to layer on top too. Some more jellyfish. Having the jellyfish eat the penis. When your graphite gets low, don't forget to click so you can get some more graphite. Oop. It happens. All floating around. Start to go back and give it some more detail. This little snap they had earlier. Side there. Oh yeah. Jellyfish Nation. There's the jellyfish's big brain. A couple more. I get inspired a lot by different natural things. So maybe there's a piece of coral right here. Coming through. It's got this kind of gritty texture. Maybe you just want to layer on some open spaces. This. And this piece of coral is actually going in and out of the portals. It's a goddamn fucking shame what happened to the Great Barrier Reef. So we need to really do better and treat our ocean life better. There's even a dolphin. Say it's coming over here. Coming out. Hey! It's got big old eyes. Hey, buddy. Please stop fucking up the ocean. Please. God fucking damn it. Son of a bitch. See? See that? Starting to do something. Since we've gone with an ocean theme, you can start to pile in more buildings and then do a nice little show. Here. The Little Mermaid was my favorite movie growing up. Every time I'd go to Blockbuster, I would have my mom rent The Little Mermaid because it's so good. There's Gumby. We're having a good time. Another little shell here. It's really starting to come together. Reading inside, outside, back and forth, up and down. You know, take another little sip. Thanks, Daddy Brian, for the tequila. Appreciate ya. Alrighty. Think I'm about done for the day. I hope you guys, had a good time, learned a lot, let loose. See you next time on the grand finale of Lino Kino. The joy of drawing, baby. Stay fresh, bitch. Yeah. Drawing is the fucking tits. Keep me rolling, juice. Oh yeah. Fuck the haters. Fuck them.